Today I'll be showing you how to turn your nervous system on and how to turn it off. And why would this be important? Why would you want to turn your nervous system on? Welcome back, everyone. My name is Maya, and I speak about how to connect your mind and your body consciously to create a more happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. And why would you want to turn your nervous system on? Well, sometimes we might be a little bit lethargic and just be resting all the time. And this happens sometimes because maybe we're working online and so we're not moving a lot and we're just getting into a comfort zone and we don't really feel like doing much. And so that might be described as a couch potato. You are in your parasympathetic, and it's difficult maybe then to switch your nervous system on so that you can move into your sympathetic, action-orientated space where you feel like going to do things, going out, moving, and taking care of whatever needs taken care of, right? So that would be activating your nervous system when you jump into action and you are ready for the day and let's seize the moment and let's do all of the things, right? So that's when your nervous system is turned on and you're like, okay, let's do it. But when you want to calm down and you want to relax and you need to switch off and just take a break, then it would be good to turn your nervous system off. And that means turning your parasympathetic on. So sympathetic means action, nervous system on, and parasympathetic means nervous system relaxed, switch it off, calm down. It's quiet time, resting time. And it's really important to be able to control switching it on and switching it off, because you need both. You need a balance. You need to be active and do some things and live life, but you also need rest. You cannot only live in the action-orientated space and keep on doing, because that's going to lead to burnout, stress, chronic stress maybe. So we need to take a break as well. And some people might say, oh, I have trouble switching off. Well, this exercise will help with that. And some people might say, oh, I have trouble meditating. I can't just sit still and do nothing. Well, this exercise is going to help with that too. So this will be really good to do before you meditate, to get you into a meditative space, because we'll first turn the nervous system on, and then you can see, okay, that is what I'll do if I want to go and do things in my day. Great. Then don't do the second exercise, which would be turning the parasympathetic on, which would be a more relaxed meditative space. And we can do both with breathing. It is so easy. Breath work is versatile. You can regulate these things that I've just been speaking about with your breath in a very short amount of time. In fact, we'll do it in about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes. That's pretty great. Sometimes you need to turn it on to be able to turn it off. And that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to give you a tool to be able to turn it on, your nervous system, to activate it, so that you can then deactivate it, turn it off, and activate your parasympathetic so that you can go into a rest phase and rest state and actually calm your body down. If you find yourself in a place where you find you are feeling a little bit lazy, or you're feeling a little bit lethargic and you just want to sit around and you don't really have that motivation or that drive to go and do much or anything, then you want to be able to turn that sympathetic nervous system on so that you can get yourself into that state of action. And it doesn't need to be a stressful state. Some people associate sympathetic with fight and flight, which it is, but it doesn't need to be in a stress situation. It's just simply having that drive to take action, to move. Yeah. So, and finding, taking action and having a lot of motion and doing things and moving, that will actually help you go into a parasympathetic state, a relaxed state later on, because If you are just sitting on the couch the whole day, you might be so relaxed and your body might have so much rest that it might even be difficult to fall asleep because your body just doesn't need any more rest. Your body is already relaxed. So you might not have a very deep sleep, or your sleep might be interrupted. To improve that rest, to get a deeper rest, a more efficient rest, you do want to balance these two, to have that activity, take action, live your life, and do all the things. And then once you've done that, you will feel going into a parasympathetic relaxed state much easier, actually, and you'll feel like you can reach a deeper relaxation level. You'll feel more fulfilled. You'll feel like, okay, I've done a good job today, I feel accomplished, and now it's time for relaxing and for time for rest, and your body needs that balance, and so it will be grateful for that balance instead of just leaning more into one or the other, right? If you lean too much into one, then the other one might be forced upon you. For example, if you keep on being in your active sympathetic state and you work towards burnout, you can't keep on going, right? That's when you get that forced rest state, and your parasympathetic will be like, okay, you're now either going to be sick or be burnt out and you just can't carry on. That's how your body speaks to you when there is an imbalance. And it's very important to be able to control our nervous system so that we are not stuck in our active state, in our sympathetic state. Because sometimes we can get stuck there, and this is when we feel a lot of pressure, where we feel fight and flight. That is our sympathetic system. And instead of getting stuck there and working towards burnout, we need to be able to activate, by choice, consciously, our parasympathetic, so that we can get into a rest and digest stage and phase, so that our body can also have a chance to do its internal functions properly without always pushing energy outward towards outward actions, but also find that peace inside and allow the internal organs to do what they need to do, because they need some energy as well. And so this is the balance that we need to have, and to be able to consciously control these two states is an absolute game changer. So here is the practice, and I'm going to lead you through a very short and simple breath work that will help you consciously choose which state you want to be in. So with this, you will notice that you are in control of your nervous system. You are in control of your nervous system. You get to choose. Do I want to be activated? Do I want to go and do things? Or am I experiencing a little bit too much anxiety? Is there a little bit too much pressure? Do I need a rest? Do I sense, okay, it's time for a rest. I need to switch off, take a breath, and take a step back. Make sure to keep that balance and know that you are in control, and you get to choose which state you are in, and you get to choose, okay, am I in a place where I have rested enough? Is it time to take action again? Do I feel that drive, that inner motivation pulling me to live my life and do something exciting? Or do I feel like I've done enough and I really, really need a rest? I am feeling a lot of anxiety. I am feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling stressed. I need to turn this off. I need a rest. So, okay, this is the message. You are in control and you get to choose. And here's how you move from one state to another state, and from the state to that state. And you get to choose which one you need to be in right now. And keep in mind, the balance is so important. And if you don't keep the balance, your body will choose for you. If you are stuck in this and you don't take a break, if you're stuck in anxiety, stress, and overwhelm, and you don't take a break, you might very well come to burnout, and then that might result in a illness, disease, injury, whatever that forced rest might look like. Your body will send you into a forced rest, because you cannot just keep on going. We're not machines. We're humans. And if you are stuck in a lethargic space where you just feel listless, then you get to choose, okay, let's do something, because you'll feel that buildup of, oh, I need to do something with my life and I need to take action, and you will feel that desire inside of you. And when you feel that, then you get to choose, okay, let's activate it. Let's activate the body. Let's go. All right, great. Here's the practice. Now, as you can imagine, this practice is really simple because most things are actually simple. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Most people think, oh, things need to be complicated for it to work, but that's absolutely not true. The simpler, the better, the more efficient. So let's try this with open mind, curiosity. And so the first practice to activate your sympathetic, go into an active state, we're going to elongate or have a long inhale and a shorter exhale. And going into the parasympathetic, into resting state, we're going to have a short inhale and a long exhale. And we're going to do 10 of each. So let's start with activating the sympathetic and then immediately going into elongating the exhale to activate the parasympathetic so that we can go into a relaxed state. Okay, so if right now you are experiencing overwhelm, anxiety, stress, and so on, I would still recommend that you go into activating the sympathetic so that you can really be in it and activate that state, that nervous system. And then you can go into your parasympathetic with the second part of the exercise. It will be easier to move into the parasympathetic experience or nervous state once you've truly activated the sympathetic. Okay, so let's start with inhaling and having a long inhale to activate the sympathetic. And that was the elongated inhale with a short exhale. And now notice how you feel. Notice how you feel from this state. Maybe you feel a little bit lightheaded. Just notice, maybe there's some tingling. Maybe you feel a little bit warmer. Notice all of the sensations that are coming up for you. And now we'll go into the parasympathetic activation with a short inhale and a long exhale. Okay, and now notice how you feel. Do you feel a little tingling? Do you feel a little calmer? Maybe you feel a few fewer thoughts. Maybe your body just generally feels more relaxed. Maybe some muscles feel a little bit more loose. Maybe you feel like, oh, I can breathe more deeply. So just notice the difference. And if you want to repeat the exercise, then you can do that. And just see how you feel. After this practice, you should feel way more relaxed. And if you don't, try elongating your breath even more. Take a deeper breath and a slower exhale. And notice how long you can actually exhale. Maybe try to exhale as long as possible. And always breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, after that long exhale, you should feel very more relaxed and maybe even starting to feel like this would be a good time to meditate. And you feel like, oh yes, I can feel a bit of peace, relaxation. I could actually close my eyes. And I could just sit here for a little while and enjoy the state, and just sit in silence and enjoy a little meditation, or perhaps a longer meditation, with deeper breaths and more peace and quiet and calm. Okay, so that was the exercise. If you found this of value, if you enjoyed it, if you noticed a difference, leave a comment below. Let me know how it felt, if you found some benefit from it, and hit the like and the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.